Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something really tailored to, well, modern anxieties, I guess.
Definitely. Wearable tech promising protection.
Exactly. Protection from invisible forces. We're looking specifically at sources covering the EMF Defense Bracelet, all the marketing, the claims, the features.
Got it.
Our mission, really, is to give you the shortcut to understanding the story this material tells. Because, the marketing paints this urgent picture.
Mm-hmm.
We're apparently saturated with invisible frequencies. Wi-Fi, 5G, smartwatches, the whole deal.
And they frame these as silent dangers. Right.
Yeah.
Undermining your health constantly.
Precisely, and that leads straight into how the source material defines the problem. It's personal.
Yeah, it's not just EMS exists. It's that these frequencies are actively draining you. That's the phrase they use.
Draining you, like zapping your energy, messing with your body, all silently.
Right. The implication is basically anytime you're new tech, you're running on empty and you don't even know it.
And this deficit, as they call it, shows up in really common ways. We're not talking rare diseases here.
No. Very relatable stuff.
Like feeling constantly drained,
Yeah.
right? Exhausted. That afternoon slump, even if you haven't, like, run a marathon.
Exactly. They say EMFs are probably the main culprit, tapping into that universal feeling of just being tired all the time.
It's clever marketing connecting to that.
It is, and they link that fatigue directly to your brain, specifically sleep disruption.
Ah, okay. How so?
Well, the sources claim EMF radiation messes with melatonin production, the sleep hormone,
Right.
which leads directly to those restless nights, tossing, turning, not getting good sleep.
Makes sense. Bad sleep equals tired. But they also bring in stress, don't they? Mental
They
state.
do. And here's another big physiological claim. That feeling of constant low-level tension, irritability, can't focus.
Yeah, that sounds familiar for a lot of people.
They attribute that to constantly high-stress hormones, specifically cortisol. The idea is EMFs keep your body in this perpetual low-grade fight or flight.
Okay, so fatigue, poor sleep, high cortisol.
Yeah.
Those are the sort of outward signs. But the claims go deeper, right? Down to the cellular level.
Oh, yeah, much deeper. This is where they talk about what's supposedly happening inside the body.
According to the marketing, of course.
According to the marketing, yes. And this is crucial. They introduced the term oxidative stress.
Ah, I've heard that one. Sounds scientific.
It does, and it's often used in these kinds of wellness claims to give it a bit of, scientific-sounding weight, even if it's not really supported for the product itself.
Okay, pause there. Oxidative stress. For someone listening who isn't a cell biologist, how does the marketing connect that to the symptoms they promise to fix?
Right. So the claim is EMF exposure causes this oxidative stress. That stress then directly damages your cells.
Okay.
And here's the really huge claim. This damage can actually affect your DNA directly.
Whoa. DNA. From Wi-Fi.
That's the claim.
Okay.
And the result of all this unchecked cellular stress, this breakdown, basically is, according to them, responsible for things like brain fog, headaches, and chronic fatigue.
That's a massive assertion. Damage at the most fundamental level.
It really is.
So, okay, if we follow their logic, this constant cellular assault, DNA damage from our phones, how does a bracelet fix that? Especially one made of stainless steel and minerals.
Right. The solution, the bracelet itself, described as advanced hypoallergenic stainless steel, but the key, they say over and over, is that it's mineral infused.
Mineral infused, okay.
Designed to be comfy, lightweight, easy to wear, but yeah, the magic is supposedly in these minerals.
And what are these minerals doing, according to the claims?
So the core mechanism they propose involves a special mix, 32 different minerals, apparently.
32, wow.
Chosen specifically, they say, to generate a protective negative ion field.
Negative ion field, okay. Sounds techie.
It does. And this field is supposed to counteract the positive ions coming off electronic devices, your phone, your computer, whatever.
Positive versus negative ions. Can you simplify that a bit, like an analogy?
Sure. Think of the positive ions as like environmental static electricity, that slightly off, maybe draining feeling.
Okay.
And the negative ion field from the bracelet is meant to be like constantly grounding yourself, restoring a natural balance.
So it neutralizes the bad stuff.
That's the idea. Neutralizing harmful frequencies. And the outcome they promise from this is called bioelectrical stability.
Bioelectrical stability.
Which basically means restoring your body's natural electrical rhythms, which in turn stops that energy drain we talked about.
Got it. And they break this down into specific benefits, right? Like 5 main selling points for modern life.
Exactly. 5 key things they say it does for you. and they cover a lot of ground,
Like number 1.
stopping the energy drain. So you end your day feeling, revitalized, not wiped out from screen time.
Okay. Number 2.
Back to sleep.
Yep. Improving sleep quality, letting your body make melatonin naturally again. No more tossing and turning, supposedly. Deeper rest.
Number 3 sounds practical. It is. The effortless fit. Lightweight, comfortable, so you actually wear it 24/7. Because if it's a hassle, you won't, right?
True. Okay, number 4. Stress again.
Yeah, combating that invisible stress. Managing cortisol levels, which should improve mood, focus, make you feel calmer.
And the last one, number 5.
Constant protection everywhere. Home, work, commute. Doesn't matter where you are, the shield is always up. That's the promise.
Okay, so hormonal balance, energy, less stress. But let's circle back to the biggest claims, the really deep physiological changes. What are the most, let's say, extraordinary things this bracelet promises?
Well, we absolutely have to highlight the claim about reducing oxidative stress and protecting DNA.
Yeah, that's still pretty mind-blowing.
It's not subtle. They're basically saying this bracelet performs a fundamental biological function, protecting your very genetic material.
Okay, what else?
It also claims to support hormone balance, specifically naming melatonin and cortisol. And, get this, enhancing the function of the brain and the entire nervous system.
Whoa, hang on. Enhancing entire nervous system function. Does the source material even hint at how a bracelet does that? Or is it just stated?
It's pretty much just stated. The mechanism is all tied back to that negative ion field balancing things out. No detailed neuroscience here.
Okay, faith-based then.
Largely. But what they are specific about is the scope of protection. They call it full spectrum protection.
Full spectrum. What does that cover in terms of tech?
Basically everything. They explicitly say low frequency radiation, ELF like power lines, appliances,
Right.
and high frequency RF, which includes Wi-Fi and, importantly, 5G. They make sure to mention 5G.
So it's marketed as a shield against pretty much all modern tech radiation.
An all-encompassing shield, yeah.
Okay, so that moves us from these big invisible claims to the actual physical thing you get in the mail. And the sources do talk a lot about the bracelet's quality, don't they?
Absolutely. They really stress the materials. Hypoallergenic stainless steel, rust and corrosion resistant.
And durability seems key.
Huge part of the pitch. It's marketed as waterproof, sweat resistant,
Yep.
wear it 24/7, shower, pool, rain, whatever.
Which leads to the longevity claim. That feels crucial for something like this.
Totally. They state point blank, the protective properties, the minerals, they do not wear out over time.
So buy it once, protected for years.
That's the implication. Consistent defense.
Yeah.
Which might make the price seem more reasonable. It's listed at $97.78, down from $180.
$97, okay.
And importantly, there's a 180-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee that definitely lowers the barrier to trying something based on invisible benefits.
6 months. That's a decent guarantee. Okay, so the promise is a durable, long-lasting, invisible shield. But what about reality, the anecdotal evidence, customer experiences? This is where it often gets interesting.
It really does. And here, the claims seem to get amplified, sometimes dramatically, by user reports.
Like immediate results.
Yeah, we see that. Someone named Linda V said she felt a difference as soon as I put it on, like instant energy shift perception.
Okay, and then there's that really striking one from Jan R.
Oh, yeah. Jan R's review is, wow. It really leans into the physiological impact. Jan apparently waited to give an honest review, but reported that within just 24 hours of wearing it,
24 hours.
their long-standing arthritis pain in their hands basically vanished.
Vanished. Arthritis pain.
Vanished. And they also said they were sleeping so much better. That's claiming rapid fundamental symptom reversal. It's huge.
It is extraordinary. We also hear about general wellness. Right.
Yeah, Michelle R. wore it 247, noted better sleep, just feeling good during the day. And Petrica K. recommended it if you feel strange sensations and discomfort from EMF, saying it honestly helped me a lot.
So the anecdotes paint this picture of pretty amazing internal healing stabilization.
They do, but, and this is a big but, we have to balance that against the feedback about the physical product itself.
Ah, the reality check.
Exactly. This contrast between the internal miracle and the external flaws is really important here. While the health claims are often profound, several customers had pretty serious complaints about durability and just how it looks and feels.
Right, the paradox. It makes arthritis vanish in a day, but does the bracelet itself hold up?
Well, according to some, not so well. Sandra, for instance, said she bought 2 and both broke within 5 months.
5 months for nearly $100.
Yeah. She mentioned the black one lasted a bit longer than the white, but still found it too expensive for something that apparently falls apart relatively quickly. That directly contradicts the durable marketing, doesn't it?
It certainly calls it into question. And if you're supposed to wear it 24/7, fit and comfort must be key. Any issues there?
Definitely. Fit was a recurring theme, especially for women. Lori Munson said it was too loose for most women, needed more holes for adjustment to get a snug fit.
Practical issue.
And aesthetics, too. Another customer liked the design generally, but said the metal scratched really easily.
Ugh. So much for advanced stainless steel looking good over time.
Kind of diminishes the look, yeah. They even wish the optional leather strap came in a darker color, suggesting the available options maybe weren't ideal or scratch-resistant enough.
Okay. So, wrapping this up for you, the listener, we've got the EMF Defense Bracelet. It's marketed as this effortless, durable shield. Promises cellular protection, hormonal balance, even DNA protection against all these invisible dangers of tech.
The claims are vast. Full spectrum EMF defense, pain vanishing, hormones stabilizing.
But then you have this friction point, right?
A huge one. These extraordinary claims of deep physiological impact, fixing hormones, protecting DNA, making arthritis pain supposedly disappear.
Yeah.
Placed right alongside very specific, very real-world feedback about the bracelet itself. That it scratches easily, that it can break within months.
The invisible potential versus the visible reality. It's stark.
It is. And this raises, I think, a really important question for you to mull over. How do you evaluate this kind of technology promising these massive transformative internal health benefits?
Like fixing chronic pain or DNA damage.
Exactly. When the actual physical product you hold in your hand is reported by users to be, well, kind of flimsy or easily damaged, where do you put your trust? In the invisible promise of perpetual protection or in the visible reality of the thing that's supposed to deliver it?
That's a key tension, isn't it? Especially in the wellness market today. Something to think about.